Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Sorry for the poor-ish quality. It's being recorded on a Samsung Galaxy S7, but oh my god. Okay, yeah, that's Face ID right there. But basically what we have here today is my iPhone 12 Pro Max, and this is going to be how to get free data, basically. It's not going to be a giant amount of data, but if maybe you're a younger kid or something like that that has a iPhone XS or higher, and maybe your parents won't buy you a data plan or anything, this is a quick, easy way for some emergency data. So first thing you're going to want to do is download an app called My Truphone. Now, there are a couple other apps you can do this. One that I had used before that gave me 500 megabytes of data was Red Tico, and that was a pretty good one. I'd recommend trying that if it will work. Some devices it's kind of iffy on, but there's this UBG, which is it gives you a free eSIM, but it doesn't give you a free data plan. So that's kind of cool if you want to try out a just try it out, like having the service up there, just see if you really want it, even though it doesn't have actual data on it. There's this Flexi Roam X, which you can get free data, 100 megabytes by inviting someone, and they just sign up. They don't have to buy anything, but you have to actually buy a plan to activate that 100 megabytes as well, so not worth it. But most of these eSIM apps, you can just kind of get, and you only have to pay $5 for like a gigabyte or so. It's not horrible if you just need some emergency data or whatever. And if you're looking for maybe like a certain plan or whatever, a certain country, just put it down in the comments below and I'll try to help you find the app that you are looking for. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open My Truphone. This is one for 100 megabytes of data. And then you're going to want to hit Get Started. And then you're going to see United States data plan, depending on where you're at that might change, regional data plan, or global data plan. So click 100 megabytes, 30 days, free trial. You'll have it, it'll be valid for 30 days, you'll have 100 megabytes, and it's a free trial. So continue, and then you're going to want to sign up. Okay, I quickly signed up with Google, and as you can see, 100 megabytes, 30-day global plan, activate now. Order total, which is $0, of course. Please continue to download your eSIM and start using your free plan. Please continue, yeah, it's the same thing. So you hit continue, you let it load for a second, and this will work on, it should work on Android and Apple devices. I'm not sure if this Truphone company supports Windows or anything like that or not, but then again, you can always look it up. Your order has been placed. The system will guide you through the rest of the installation process. Now this part is pretty easy, so you just click download eSIM, and then it'll basically to tell you set your preferences, which I will get into in a second. So now this thing will pop up. Install cellular plan. It has like a nice setup thing, kind of like when you get new AirPods. A cellular plan from My Truphone is ready to be added to iPhone, so you're going to hit continue. And now I currently have a physical SIM card inside of here, so whenever you click Add Cellular Plan, it will ask you about some of this. So like it'll ask you for labels, so you can label your new plan if you don't already have another plan. And if you click on that, it'll basically give you a couple options. You can make a custom name, business, cellular data. You can just pick one of the pre-labeled ones. I'm not sure why my camera's focusing in and out. Personally, I'm going to click secondary, and if you just click continue, you'll have default line as your next one. So basically, if you have two SIM cards, if you want to use your primary line, so say your number was just 666 on your primary line, if you click primary, it would use that. If your secondary line was 777, you can click secondary, and that will be your default line. Now, of course, if you were in the phone app or anything, you could always switch it between primary and secondary there, but this will just be the default. So for me, this will be primary. And then you'll have iMessage and FaceTime. So now I don't want to show my number, so you can see up top there, there's secondary, and above that, there's primary. So you're just going to want to go ahead and hit continue. Cellular data, this will basically allow you to just switch between, if you want the primary one to be your primary SIM card or your secondary, pretty self-explanatory. So you're going to want to click primary. Or secondary, depending on your situation, or if the eSIM is your only SIM, then you only really have one option. Then hit continue, and okay, data, 100 megabytes of data left. So now I clicked primary for my cellular data plan, but now you can see I have two SIMs up here. I have Cricket and I have Truphone. So if you go ahead and click settings, cellular, and then you click cellular data, you can kind of switch between your things here. Now you can just click secondary, and if you just go home or whatever, you can see this will switch to Truphone, and Truphone is actually LTE. So then you can go ahead and test out your new data plan. So for example, if you open Safari, then you can go ahead and make a new tab and maybe just type something in. You can see it works, sorta. So where I live, service is kind of weird in this area, so it might tend to switch to 3G, 4G, LTE, just depending where you live. I usually go in Cricket, I get LTE or 5G here. But you can see it loaded very, very slowly. So now if I do another web search, you can see it's still loaded, just not very quickly. Now if I do a quick speed test, I won't do it for that long since I only have 100 megabytes of data. Ping is pretty low, and you can see, holy crap, that's a lot of data. So I probably just ate up most of it by doing that itself. No internet connection. Yeah, I'm assuming I literally just ate up all of that data. That's great. Okay, so you saw how I stopped that really quickly was because that really surprised me of how fast that went. You saw I just did that, and that pretty much ate up about 19 megabytes in total of that data is already ate up just because of that one little speed test. I can't believe it hit like almost 100 megabits on just 2 bars of LTE, which is really rare around here. But maybe that's just how good that this plan really is. Maybe I'll have to do for a video, I'll have to do like a 3 gig plan and really do some tests on it. But yeah guys, thank you so much for joining. This is how you can get a little starter plan of 100 megabytes, and you can always go in settings, cellular, and you can always just click on low data mode, which will allow you to be able to save some of that data. So it's not exactly, I don't know, it kind of switches around with different phones, but just remember you have to have an iPhone XS or higher. But if you just click on your secondary plan or whatever, Truphone, you can actually, you have a few options here. You have 3G or LTE you can choose from, and then you have things like Wi-Fi calling, which this plan does not include calling or texting, but you may use iMessage. You can see here there's a couple of different settings that you're probably not used to seeing, and if you click on low data mode, that will basically just make all the data usage, like background things like photo syncing and everything like that, just paused on this specific cellular network. So that's pretty much all I have to say for this. Seems to be a very good network, very good selection here, and I think